What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over my UFC 322 Della Maddalena versus Makhachev prediction, so let's get into it. This is a really stacked card. I'm really excited for it. A lot of fights I'm looking forward to. Starting off at the bottom, Borachev versus Camilo. Camillo? Maybe? I don't know. I think I've seen both of these guys fight before. I know he's a decent kickboxer, and then he's I forget. I remember seeing him fight though. I forget what he does though. But I don't really got to pick for this fight. I thought he was a prospect, but he's coming off of a loss that I saw. So I guess maybe him, since he's probably younger. Excuse me. Bizinger Susakai versus this guy. I'm a big Bizinger Susakai fan. Minus 1,000. I'm just seeing this now. This is crazy. That's crazy. Bizinger's gonna maul him, hopefully. Get 2 wins in the book. Stay undefeated. Be 11-0 if he wins. Yeah. Moving on, Angela Hill. She's like really old, I think, right? I don't know that girl. Don't really care. I think I've heard of this guy and this guy, but I don't got a pick for that fight. Gerald Mearshart versus Kyle DeCaus. I think I've heard of both. I know Gerald Mearshart, obviously. I think I've heard of him. But maybe he'll probably win since the odds are so big. But maybe Gerald Mearshart with a crafty submission. You never know. It's pretty crafty. Crafty vet. Moving on to Malcolm Wellmaker. I'm not a big fan of him. But a lot of people are buying into his hype train. I think they're kind of doing the Sean O'Malley method, because I looked at this guy. He's coming in on his UFC debut. They're going to have him fight a bunch of nobodies and then give him a big ranked opponent. Or give him a ranked opponent and then give him a big ranked opponent. And he's going to jump to #1 contender, and then they're immediately going to have him fight for the title. Which is, I think, what they're going to do. Because you see, he's fighting someone on their debut. I don't know, maybe his opponent pulled out and I didn't see. I haven't been keeping up with MMA news like the last 2, or maybe the last month, probably. But, yeah, obviously Malcolm Wellmaker. I don't know why the odds are so small. Maybe this guy's really good and I just don't know. He doesn't even have a country listed next to his name, so I don't know anything about him. Moving up. Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. I'm not a fan of Aaron Blanchfield, but like she's a pretty good fighter. Tracy Cortez, decent fighter too. She's trying to move up the rankings. I honestly don't know who's gonna win this fight, but this is a pretty high level fight. Tracy Cortez has a lot of fans. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know who will win this. Don't know. Whatever. Moving up. Okay, this is a pretty elite fight. Roman Kopylov, really good Russian kickboxer, versus Gregory Rodriguez. He's got a lot of power. I don't know how he's at middleweight, 185. He's like 6'3". He's huge. I mean, you can be middleweight at 6'3". That's like not ridiculous. There's welterweights that are like 6'3". But that's just crazy to me how much power he's got. He's probably got to be so strong. It's like crazy. Roman Kopylov, he kind of got picked apart in his last fight against Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa, vintage performance. Shout out to him. But yeah, Gregory Rodriguez, I think, probably takes it. Honestly, I could see Kopylov getting knocked out. That would be pretty crazy. Ben Askren, 40-year-old prospect. What is he? He's like 35, right? Moving up the card. Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. I'm pretty sure I'm picking Bo Nickel, like 100%. I'm expecting to get it done maybe by submission. Probably finish him. I don't know really too much about Rodolfo Vieira, but Bo Nickel coming off that loss by Reiner J. Ritter. Could you imagine? I know he didn't get knocked out like with punches, strikes to the head, but could you imagine like his chin's just really weak now and he just gets absolutely flatlined? That'd be like crazy. But yeah, let's see. Win by submission. He's higher. He's Probably because he's from Brazil. Probably doesn't throw many punches, but I'm pretty sure Bo Nickal probably got the more elite wrestling. KO. I think Bo Nickal's gonna probably win this. Let's see. Takedown average. I think Bo Nickal's got to stop trying to be a striker. Like, you're brand new to MMA. Just try to grapple. That's what you're best at. Don't try to do what you're not best at. To use your weapons wisely, your tools wisely. And on to the main card. First fight. This is a fight I'm really excited for. All these fights, really close. That's why the odds are not that far apart in most of these. Excuse me. Starting off, Beneil versus Benoit. Good fight. Beneil's a grappler, and Benoit's a kind of a grappler. Benoit has a grappling background, and he uses it pretty well, but a lot of the times he keeps just standing on the feet. I think Benoit's gonna win this. He's just gonna be he's gonna be tougher and grittier in this fight. He's probably gonna make it pretty dirty, and Beneil's not gonna be able to keep up with the pace, I think. So I got Benoit, maybe by submission, probably not. I think this fight's gonna go to decision more than likely. Let's see, win by decision, 0% for Benoit. What? But am I tripping, or is Beneil's a good grappler, right? Beneil's a good grappler. He attempted to grapple with Charles Oliveira, got flatlined on the ground. But yeah, he was grappling with Moicano. He's a good grappler, if I'm not mistaken. He's like got some jiu-jitsu and like wrestling background. I'm not too sure, but could you imagine Beneil fought Islam? I don't think that fight would have won any longer than it did with Moicano. But moving up, Leon versus Carlos Prates. This is a fight I'm also excited for. I really don't like Leon. And Carlos Prates, number 9, is the favorite. I think Carlos Prates is going to knock Leon Edwards out. I'm going to say it now. Leon Edwards, he's checked out of this sport. He should pack his bags, I think. 77% by KO. I'm like praying that Carlos Prates wins, because I really don't want Leon to win. I mean, Leon's a more experienced striker, but Carlos Prates, he's just like, who's to say Carlos Prates doesn't have the experience in striking overall? Maybe not striking at a high level in the UFC and MMA as Leon does, but Carlos has been doing other stuff other than MMA for a long time, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong. I haven't checked too much into it, but that's would just be my assumption. He's got Muay Thai tatted across his chest, so I think this should be a good fight. I think Carlos could probably start him in 1 to 2 rounds. Could you imagine just another spinning elbow knockout? Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. But moving up the card, I'm choosing Carlos Prates by probably second round knockout. Moving up the card, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. This is a fight I'm really, really excited for. My boy Sean Brady, and then the prospect Michael Morales. Marias? Is that how you say his name? Sean Brady got that number 1 contender spot by beating Leon Edwards. Yeah. He's doing pretty good. At the press conference, you could really tell his nose was crooked, but besides that, Michael Morales, good prospect from Ecuador. Doesn't speak much English from what I know. But yeah, he's kind of leans into his shots a lot, and I've seen he's got some decent grappling. He's got a lot of power, but it's because he leans into his shots from what I'm thinking in that long frame. He's got a lot of muscle on his shoulders, which helps him generate that power. Sean Brady, really grappling, really like intense into the grappling, deep into the grappling world. He's got that one-arm guillotine he got Leon with. I think his grappling is just going to overwhelm Michael Marias. Honestly, I think I'm kind of being biased here, but I think Sean's going to win. Sean's only got one more fight, but he's got one more loss. Michael Marias is still undefeated. Sean Brady was undefeated until he fought Bull a while ago. Now he's back on a pretty big win streak. He lost to Bull, and from there he fought Kelvin Gastelum, I believe, and then he fought Gilbert Burns, and then he fought Leon, and now he's fighting Michael Moraes. This will be my third time, like, seeing Sean Brady fight live, I believe. Yeah. But, I think Sean Brady's going to win. I think he's going to get him to the ground, and Michael Moraes will have answers, and I think this is going to be a gritty fight, tough fight. And I think Michael Moraes, like, I could see Sean Brady getting Moraes to the ground, and then, like, throwing some elbows off his back and slicing Sean Brady's head open, or forehead, or nose, or whatever, or eyebrow. But yeah, honestly, I also could see Michael Moraes, like, piecing him up really early. Like, that's a factor too. Sean Brady's got a good chin, but I mean, it's not a crazy chin like Max Holloway was before Ilya, or Marvin Vettori. Nothing crazy like that, but he's got a good chin. But I want to see. This is gonna be an exciting fight. I'm kind of nervous for Sean Brady. His technique is, I think it's much better, and it should be pretty obvious to anyone that's watching this. Sean Brady's the more technical fighter. Not just striking, but he's just the technique. He's more skilled, but Michael Moraes has got that power that he relies on, and it works for him. And good for him. So I'm choosing Sean Brady probably by submission, maybe in the third round. Gets a submission, gets on Michael Moraes' back. He's got it. That would be crazy. And Michael Moraes is no longer undefeated. Then my boy Sean Brady's getting a title shot. No way you can dispute that. He's going to get a title shot. And depending who wins in the main event, it's going to depend who he fights. So he also said, Dana said in the press conference that this is the number one contender fight. I believe he said that, yeah. So Sean Brady, that's my pick for this fight. Moving up, the two double champ fights, double champ, double fights, double champ status on the line for two fighters. Alright, so first off, co-main event, women's flyweight title bout, Shevchenko versus Weili. It's a big fight. Zhang Weili moving up from strawweight to fight Valentina Shevchenko flyweight. I think a lot of people are counting Weili out. She's shown the ability to adjust really well in the middle of fights, as well as in her camps. She's been able to adjust well in her camps. Valentina Shevchenko is really skilled. She landed that crazy kick on Jessica Ai. That's when I think of Valentina Shevchenko, that's what comes to mind. That crazy head kick. But yeah, she's like a really well striker, really well-rounded striker with grappling as well. And honestly, everyone's saying Valentina's gonna win. I think that too, but my pick's Valentina, but I think Weili's gonna surprise a lot of people, and I think she's got a good chance too. The odds like put this pretty well, compared to what people's personal opinions are. I think everyone's counting Weili out for like no reason, but yeah, putting this into perspective, I think Valentina's gonna win, probably by maybe a late knockout, maybe by decision, possibly a late knockout. I don't think the grappling will be too much for Weili. I think she'll be able to handle it, unless she hasn't bulked up at all, which would make no sense. But yeah, that's my pick for this fight. I'm picking Valentina Shevchenko, probably by decision, if Weili's chin is able to hang up, is able to stand out. Like, what am I trying to say? I don't even know. If her chin is able to hold up. Yeah. But honestly, she's been knocked out a few times. Her chin might be a little less solid than I think it is. I think Valentina's going to win. Maybe a knockout. Probably not. But I think Zhang Weili is going to really put on a performance that is going to change a lot of people's opinion on how this fight plays out. Moving up. Oh, and honestly, just to say, I think this is going to be a really like a competitive fight. I don't think it's going to be too one-sided. I might be wrong, but yeah. Moving up, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. It's so weird seeing Islam, like, he doesn't look dehydrated in this photo. His like head's leaning forward. I don't know. And then there's no C next to his name, which like confuses me. Like, I know like why they do that, but it like baffles my brain because I've never seen Islam without a C next to his name, or I can't remember when he hasn't had one at least. Jack Della Maddalena, welterweight champ, versus Islam Makhachev, former lightweight champion, moving up. Minus 285. That's crazy. Like, these odds are like, this is like, these odds are good. Like, it makes sense, but I'm saying, like, it's crazy that a lightweight champion is able to move up and be the favorite against the welterweight champion, who is able to beat a guy with such a similar style to Islam. Not similar in the same way, but similar in the way that relies on grappling more than striking, but then he failed to strike or failed to grapple with the striker, if you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah. So I think Jack Della Maddalena, I think his grappling's overlooked a lot of times. He's got some crazy reversals. Honestly, to the only person I could say like with that, I can't say that because then nobody knows how I grapple. But I think I got pretty similar grappling to him because like he's able to reverse people and stuff like that. His transitions are pretty well too. He's got some tricky things in his hat of tricks. That he's able to pull out of his back pocket. But if you get what I'm trying to say, like, I don't know. I think he's just a really crafty grappler. Not in the submission department. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't have that many submissions, but he's got some like good transitions, reversals. I don't want to say takedowns because I don't really remember when he's taken too many people down. But yeah, the way he's gotten out of that, I think it was a Doris or Anaconda that Ameev had him in, and then the Gilbert Burns transition. He flipped Bilal not over, but what did he do? He reversed out of the Bilal position. How he defended some of Bilal's takedowns, and then we look at Islam, a super elite grappler from Dagestan, crazy Dars, crazy just chokes all around, submissions all around, super elite. I don't even know how you get to that level. Like I'm sure I'll find out one day, but like, how do you even become this elite? Like, it doesn't make sense. He's so, like, elite. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. He's got some decent striking. These pictures look really old for some reason. Yeah. I don't know if they're still using, from what I remember, they were using Islam's arm for every photo of the UFC belt. I remember that. Looks like it. Maybe. Yeah. Whatever. This picture's really old. That like caught me so off guard. I don't know why. But yeah, takedowns. Dang. Jack's never shot a takedown? That's crazy. Wait, what? Oh, wait. I think it's messed up. Yeah, he's put more than 0 significant strikes, I think. Those elbows he was raining down on Gilbert Burns were crazy. But the way I see this fight going, I think it's going to be a hard fight. Honestly, I could see JDM flatlining him. Like, he catches him off guard. Because Islam's he tries to strike. I think he, like, overly strikes sometimes with strikers when he shouldn't trying to be. Like, he gets overexcited and tries to strike with them. But, honestly, I could see Jack, like, clipping him. Islam goes down and just Jack raining down punches. Or it could be like that Umar fight with Mario Batista. He catches him, Jack catches him, Islam maybe gets knocked down or whatever, and then Islam gets back up, recovers, and then ends up winning the fight. But Islam, probably see him getting. Based off of what I saw in the face-offs, I think Islam's gonna be able to get a hold of him, get him down to the mat, probably choke him out. In the first round, that would blow my mind because like how good would Islam be? Like that's just if he gets him out in the first round. He's, in my opinion, he's the GOAT. Yeah, he's the GOAT. Like, I don't know if that's crazy to say. Like, we got John Jones, Anderson Silva, GSP, Volk, DJ, like, all those people. But, like, do those people really have a resume like Islam Makhachev? Like, his resume isn't insane. Like, beat Volk twice, beat Renato Moicano. Like, yeah. But, like, in my opinion, he clearly won the Volk fight. He beat Dustin Poirier. And then, what else? He beat Volk on short notice. The Renato Moicano and the Volk on short notice fights are just the ones that aged badly. as well as Bobby Green. But he beat Charles. That was a good fight. That was a good win. And then who else? I guess he beat Armin, but that was a young Armin. But I mean, it still counts because that was a young Islam. I guess you could argue as well. He's just a really elite fighter. Got a good resume. I just think because he's a new gen, he's fighting higher levels of competition compared to the old gen. Old fucking dinosaurs that used to walk around with the cavemen that are still somehow roaming. Some of them are still roaming around in the octagon. Like, how? Come on, bro. Go to the nursing home. Nah, I'm just trolling. But, yeah, some of those old fighters, they just don't have the same level of competition that these new gen fighters are, like, facing. Islam's not even new gen, but, like, he's, like, obviously newer than DJ and GSP. But, yeah. Islam, I think I see him getting a hold of him, getting him down the mat, choking him out. Or, I mean, maybe an armbar. That's not unrealistic. But, some sort of submission. Maybe first or second round. And I think if Islam wants to strike more than we think he's going to, then this fight goes long. This fight's going to go really long. And there's even a world where Jack really defends the takedowns. But it's kind of reminding me of DDP and Hamza Chimaev. When DDP says, I'm expecting to get taken down, yada, 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 he better be able to take me down. And he got taken down, just smashed. He said he's going to get taken down and get back up. And that's what Jack's kind of saying now, too. But, yeah, I think Islam's probably going to win this. I want Jack to win. Please win, Jack. But if Islam wins, I'll be fine with it. Islam's a pretty big inspiration of mine. So, good on him for that. But, thank you guys so much for watching my UFC 322 Della Maddalena versus Makhachev predictions. This is a banger card, banger fights. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, do whatever. I hope you guys enjoy the fights. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.